Good morning, everybody. Let's get started. Share my screen here. There we go. One last thing to do. Good morning, wonderful, wonderful folks. Good morning and happy Thursday slash Friday, right? Markets closed tomorrow. Hope everybody's doing great. Mia's doing great. She's laying right there like this, ready for her beauty rest. Good morning, everybody. Let me say hello to everybody and we'll begin. Hope everybody's doing really, really good. I was thinking about all of you last night. I feel so bad for all of you in light of this market. I'm hoping this market climate will not make you hate the market and will not give you any kind of post-traumatic stress disorder because boy, oh boy, this market is rough. By the way, I mentioned yesterday to you, all of you, how the first thing I do in the morning is I look at the screen. I mentioned this in the VIP room. It was the last time I actually spoke to you. Just wanted to remind you all, this is the first thing that I look at because I need to see where things are, not just how they're going. If I simply go here, if I simply go here and look at the chart, it doesn't tell me anything. See, it's just telling me it's been going up lately, it's been cooling off. It doesn't tell me much. It gives me a good perspective, but it doesn't tell me the absolute values. And I always need to know where I'm starting from. For example, just because when I see the Dow here being down 500, 600 points, I could tell you that's not random. And I could tell you this is not random. So it's always very important to not just look at the charts, but to look at the absolute values. I make the mistake. I make the mistake of not doing it all the time. Matt made a big mistake not doing it when he was having his baby. We had a trade in the trading zone, and the market was down 800 points. And he saw a double bottom and he thought the market was going to turn around. Well, that would have been great if the market was down 100 points, 200 points, maybe 250 points. But when the market's down 800 points, you don't look for reversals. You look for pullbacks. You understand? You got to determine if there's an elephant on your chest or if there's a cute little 2 pound puppy on your chest. You understand? And that's one of the reasons we look at this is the first thing we look at in the morning. If you missed the conversation I was having with you about this last night in the VIP room, I highly suggest you guys watch it because it's always important to know where these numbers are, not just where they're going or where they've been. Where are they? Is this down 600 points or is it down 100 points? Is this up 100 points or is it down 60 points? Similarly, the first email I sent you every single morning after the market opens in the main Telegram channel is right here. And the reason I send you this email is not just so you could see how the sectors are doing. I want you to see if any of the sectors are up or down over 1% or down over 1% because those sectors mean business. Okay? So when you see my email in the morning or when you see me looking at this, I'm not just looking at the relationship or how much the market's up or down. I want to see what the absolute value is because I want to see if what we're seeing is random or if it's non-random. Okay? Very, very, very important because if something is random, it's very easy to make it move the other way. If something is not random, it's very difficult to make it move another way. So you could have an identical chart set up, right? You could be looking at a 5 minute chart and the chart could be setting up like a reversal. But what you're not seeing is the market's reversing from being down 500 or 600 points versus reversing from being down 80 points. And the chart, your 5 minute chart, is going to look exactly the same. You understand? So I'm telling you this because I get caught up in this all the time. Ironically, usually beginners don't get caught up in it because they don't trust the chart as much as I do. So they're kind of looking at the value. But when you're a pro and you're staring at the charts all day, it's very hard to determine if what you're seeing, if the absolute value is meaningful or not meaningful. And that's the reason why this is the first thing I show you every single morning. And this is why this is the first thing I send you every day. And again, I spoke about this at length in the VIP room. And I don't want you to underestimate the value of it, because if the market's down 600 points, I'm gonna be very, very thoughtful about whether I want to buy something or not, or whether if I want to wait for a pullback to the upside and I want to fade it again. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? Very, very, very important. So here you could see right now we have definitely not random blue chips downside, and we have anything but random to the upside. So you have exactly what we saw yesterday, except you saw the opposite of it. And what happened yesterday? Remember, I told you one side's going to pull the other side down? Well, the tech pulled the market down yesterday pretty good. When we opened yesterday, we were up 300 points down here, and we were only 300 points down here. When we ended the day, the Dow was down 700 points. So again, I'm not just showing you this for to see what's up or down in the morning. I'm pointing this out to you so you could see if we're moving randomly or if we're not moving randomly. All right, now let me say hello to everybody. Kirk, Krish, Penny, Arnulfo, Peter, Dave, Steven, Ivano, Flying Ronan, Art, Tom, Robert, Pete, the Sassy Trainer, Bill, Richard, good morning. Wade, Eduardo, Jeff, Wayne, Jody, Kevin, James, Lee, Sherman, Scuba, Chris, Armeda, Helen, Matt, Vernon. We got a lot of people here. Let's see how many people we got here. Almost 300 people. We got Jill. We got Naples fan. Good morning. We got Raj. We got Dr. Serena. Thank you, Dr. Serena, for keeping track, keeping us honest. Stephen. We got Pat. We got Kevin. We got Nathan. We got Frank. We got Moondog. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And I probably missed about half the people. We got Eduardo. We got Wayne, Jody, Kevin, James. Jody, Kevin, James, Lee. We got, I think I might have got Piet DeBrock, Henry, Thomas, Kirk. Brian, good morning, Brian. I haven't heard from you in a while. Brian, Matt is having a very, very interesting issue. Him and Kane are both having an interesting issue. They're having problem publishing something, not writing it, publishing something as TradingView code. It's the weirdest issue. I'll reach out to you later on. It's very strange. Usually I would ask you for coding, but they've already coded it. They don't know how to publish something on TradingView, which is ironic because I see everybody publishing their code on TradingView. Anyway, not a time and a place for that. But good to see you here, Brian. Hope you enjoy the long weekend. Thank you, Dr. Serena. You as well. You as well. Mark, Pete, Dave, JB. Yeah, Peru. Very nice. Very nice. I could go for some Peru. Rosalind Henry, Illinois grain farmer. Jesse Harold. Carlos. Good morning, Carlos. Jeff. Charlie Clyde. Devin, Rick, Philip, Mike. Eagle Beagles in the house. Tim, Wesley, Stan. We got Javad. Yes, Javad. HG. Good morning, HG. We got Garen. We got Genevieve. We got Duzzy. We got a lot of people here. Donald, Mark. Good morning. Good morning, Mark from Europe. Oh, yeah. Cam. Good morning, Cam. Where's Gustavo? Where's Gustavo and that Boberman? Walter, Rick. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Before we get too deep into the thick of it all, I'm doing a income class today. I'm doing an income class at 2 o'clock today. Karen, good morning. Debbie, good morning. 2 p.m. today. Let me see here. Oops. Jeez, this thing is hard to navigate. Here we go. 2 p.m. targeting winners while most traders panic. That's what we'll do today. We got the VIP room at noon today. Right here. And don't forget, our favorite place to hang out, Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Let me get you that. Good morning, Dave. Good morning. All right. I'm hoping that everybody could see me okay. I'm hoping that everybody can hear me okay. Let me just bring this a little lower here. All right. Let's get into all of this. A second. All right. There we go. So as you can see, we are This is completely the opposite of what we were seeing yesterday. Yesterday, we started off with a fairly weak NASDAQ and a very strong Dow in comparison. And today we have the opposite. Um, Remember also what I always tell you guys. What is the catalyst? What is the stinker? What is the troublemaker today? What's causing the market to do this, right? I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. It's a combination of two things. It's Trump saying that things are moving well in Japan, which means absolutely nothing. For Trump to say something is moving well could mean, I mean, that means absolutely nothing. And we had some good news from semiconductor companies to come out. Those are the two drivers driving price right now. Okay. So that's what we're going to be focused on because that's what's driving price right now. Yesterday, semiconductors were the stinkers. Today, semiconductors are giving us reprieve. Remember, we're in a news driven market environment, but if you don't know what the stinker is, you will not be able to gauge relative strength. So, what am I going to be looking at really closely today? All right, I'm going to be looking at semiconductors once again, like I did yesterday. But instead of looking for downside, I'm going to be looking at upside and how much they can gain. And I'm very skeptical they can gain much because of what happened yesterday. Nothing really changed all that much since then. All right. We still can't import NVIDIA and AMD into China. So again, we're in a very news driven environment. Are you talking about the multi time frame today? I've spent the past 2 days demonstrating how to install it. Yes, I will be talking about it today. I will be talking about it today. You're looking at futures indices charts for the current changes? Yes, Jim, because the market's closed right now. So the only thing we can look is look at futures. When will the new update PTD being? I think it is already, Richard. I think it's already in full swing. Yeah, I think it's done. You should be able to download it, but I will be talking about today. I got to download mine, but it should be done. Should be done. Let me actually tell Sean that I'll be talking about that today. 1 second. And I'll be talking about multi-time frames generally. 1 second. Thanks for reminding me. I got to put it on my schedule. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Just needed to update them. Thanks for reminding me. I actually totally forgot about that. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. So again, this is not good and this is going to give us divergence. What does that mean, divergence? Well, I want you to think about something for a second. You're an S&P 500 fund. You buy stocks, right? You buy all stocks, right? Obviously, you're going to buy some Dow stocks and you're going to buy some Nasdaq stocks, right? Well, where does that put you? You're going to have this because you're going to have the blue chip stocks pointing down. You're going to have the tech stocks pointing up, at least at the open, and that's going to cause fragmentation, a fragmented market. Also, keep in mind, we're entering. Also, keep in mind, one of the reasons why the market's up is because Trump said something very general. Things are moving well. Well, has Trump ever once said things are not moving well when somebody asked him about an update? I mean, he's never going to say no. Things are really bad. I'm struggling doing what I'm doing right now. Has he ever said that before? Have you ever heard our president say, "I'm struggling. I made a big mistake. I screwed up"? Has he ever taken responsibility for anything since in the last 8 years? Right? We know how he operates. Okay, so he's obviously going to say things are moving well. So that doesn't really mean anything. But the earnings on chip stocks do mean quite a lot. All right. Me too, Mitch. Hope you took that USB trade. We had a bonus USB trade made about 40% yesterday in the pit. But anyway, I wanted you to understand what's driving price right now. All right. What's driving price right now? What Fed data do we have on the table? Well, We have today housing permits, we have jobless claims and manufacturing, and they're all coming at 8:30. And do we believe these are going to have any impact on the market? No. What's driving the market right now? News and earnings, news and earnings. And by the way, the bond market right now is down. It's not up. Okay, it's not up. So we'll gauge it on a 5 minute basis. This is overnight bond market. Basically, nothing going on. Nothing going on. So we'll keep you all updated and appraised on that. Okay. Right, exactly. Everything's going well. I mean, and I'm not kidding. I've never once heard Trump say, I'm struggling with something. It's not working out as well as I expect it to. He just doesn't talk that way, right? Uh, he doesn't talk that way. I've never heard him say, well, this is good, this is bad. It's beautiful. It's great. It's moving well. Does it really mean anything? No, it doesn't mean anything. And more importantly, the US dollar doesn't believe it means anything. And that's what I'm following. Look at where the US dollar is right now. All right? Look where the US dollar is right now. Is the US dollar moving higher? Is anybody buying the this is anybody buying the US dollar right now? Okay? Is anybody buying the US dollar right now? No. There's no interest in the US dollar. Is there interest in the euro right now? Yeah, there is. There is. Is there a lot of interest in the bond market right now? No. Is there any interest in the Bund, in the German Bund? Yes, there is. That's a problem for us Americans right now. If the bond market turns down, this is going to create a big, big problem because we still have a huge correlation between the bond market and the stock market. Okay. Oh, there'll be a lot more, Mitch, especially after the next couple of weeks are over. I don't care if he's humble or not. It's just how he is. It's just his nature. He doesn't really like to say like things are bad, things are more difficult than we expected. He doesn't talk that way. It's just how he is, folks. It's not good or bad. It is what it is. It just is what it is, folks. Right? Crude oil. Well, crude oil is moving higher. This is positive. What does this mean? That means there's a much less chance of a recession and just more of a chance of an inflation right now. This is inflationary. This is recessionary. I'm going to repeat this again. This is recessionary. This is inflationary. I would much rather be in an inflation than a depression any day of the week. Okay? I don't care if he's honest or not. It's just how he is. He's always, he's a marketer. That's just how he is. It's going great. I mean, but what's going great? Like, can you be more specific? That's all I'm saying. Maybe things are going great. I don't know. I just want more details. All right. So the bond market's having an inside date. When the bond market doesn't go up, it's very hard for the stock market to rally because lower bonds means higher yield. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't, folks, I'm not saying it means anything bad. I'm just saying it doesn't, I wouldn't read into it. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not anti-Trump. It's not pro-Trump. It's just, it doesn't mean anything. We can't trade on things are looking good. It doesn't mean anything financially. For me, putting my 2 feet on the floor this morning. There you go, Jeff. Jeff, I was thinking exactly the same thing this morning. Me petting Clyde is a good thing this morning. I mean, it doesn't mean anything, but the world is fixated on tariffs right now. So the world is taking it for what it is. By the way, the bond market is coming up a little bit right now. This is nice. This is good. I'm watching it in real time, so you guys don't have to. But let's continue. So again, be careful. We're at the 8-day EMA. If we start moving higher, that's good, except we have all this stuff here. I don't think we will. I think we'll start moving lower, actually. Wait till you see my watch list. Oh, I used to think Wall Street traders were smart. They overreact irrationally. Just absolutely, Boyd. Very much so. And it's not that they're overreacting. Boyd, you got to understand something. You got to understand something. 95% of Wall Street traders, their job is to provide liquidity and not to cause a ruckus. It's not to time the market. So a lot of the times, all they're doing is just providing liquidity for the for the least resistant move. That's all they're doing. That's their job. So their job is not really to think. It's just to execute order flow. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. For his personal, I don't know. Again, I'm not going to get into all of that. All I'm doing is saying that when somebody says things are going great, and that's what we're all focused on right now, that's not enough information for us to make any decisions, good or bad. All right. And you could see the bond market it's flat. It's just waiting for data. But this is not a great look for the bond market. I want to see us go up, not go down. If we go down, we already have one, two, three, four, five, six A lines to the downside right now. I don't want to have a lot more, and we will have a lot more. And I'll show you today that things are not looking good. He just tweeted he's in a meeting with Mexico and China. You see what I'm saying? Like, let me ask you guys. What's the benefit of letting us know all this? Is the president running a game show, or is he running the country? Why is he telling us all this? Why can't all these decisions be made without us knowing anything? So there's no reaction from the market, and then we can stagger this and do it like, in a presidential way. What's with all this tweeting? What's with all this attention seeking? See, why? Why do all this stuff? What's the point of it? That's what I don't understand. You understand? There you go, Joan. I just don't understand. But again, maybe I'm just not smart. Maybe I'm just stupid. All right, China. China is just kind of sitting here, right here, up about 1.5 this morning, but not really doing anything. Maybe because of he just announced talks with China. Yes, it's so bad when you have mags on my downside list, and I have a lot of mags on my downside list. A game show. See, but the world is not a game show. This is not. We're not playing games here. China has nuclear weapons, folks. It's not a game. So again, if we break lower here on China, we're going to have an A line. If we break lower on the bond market right here, we're going to have an A line. Transparency. What transparency? To tell us things are going well? Like, okay. Anyway, I don't get it, guys. I think his ego forces him to talk or tweet. Maybe. He loves attention. Yeah, he loves attention. Trend and reversion trading. Welcome. Anyways, it is what it is. Okay. So the point is, we are in a very precarious position right now. Very precarious position with China, with where's my long bond? I just had my long bond here. With my long bond, we're in a very precarious position. We're near the 8-day EMA. We're in a very, 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 very precarious position. What about crude oil? Crude oil, as I said, inflationary, not depression, which is very good. And US dollar is in the shitter right now. And folks, whatever he says, I hope he says something to spruce up the US dollar, because so far I have not seen it. And if the US dollar continues, if money keeps coming out of the US dollar, we're gonna have we're having a devaluation of our currency. It's not good for the economy. All right. It's not good for the economy. All right. Also, I want to show you the kind of stocks that are moving higher right now. Dollar General, Philip Morris. Do those stocks sound like wonderful speculative stocks to you? Mexico, defense stocks. Do these stocks look like happy stocks to you? Those are the stocks on my watch list. So my point is, folks, things are not looking good. I want to show you something else. Look at my A lines for today to the downside. There's 66 of them. I want you to see this. Apple, it's an A line to the downside. AMD, that's an A line to the downside. Nvidia, that's an A line to the downside. Citibank, that's a down line to that's an A line to the downside. Google, that's an A line to the downside. USB, that's an A line to the downside. JP Morgan, that's an A line to the downside. MGM, that's a A line to the downside. Morgan Stanley, that's an A line to the downside. Applied Material, that's an A line to the downside. Blackstone, whose CEO says we're in a recession right now, that's an A line to the downside. GE, that's an A line to the downside. Honeywell, that's an A line to the downside. Do you guys understand where I'm going here? Does everybody understand what I'm saying here? Are we all on the same page right now? Do you guys ever see me talk about Apple, Citibank, AMD, Nvidia, US, Google? Have you ever talked about, and yesterday Microsoft was on my A-line list. Do you guys understand where I'm going with this? Do you guys, Richard says, oh yeah, loud and clear. Rick says, can you explain the A-line? A-line is one of my swing trading services, and it's a very high probability swing trading service. So whenever I see a pattern, an A-line pattern, I bring it up to you guys because it's important. These are all A-lines. By the way, I haven't even finished the first page. You want to see the second page? A-line, 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 A-line in Home Depot, Amgen, and NDAG, STT. These are all A-lines. These are all A-lines. That's a high probability swing trade to the downside. That's my second page. Do I need to go further, or do you guys understand where we're at right now? Now, if you guys have been following me for, I don't know, maybe a couple of months, have you ever seen me show you this before? Have you ever seen 4 mega caps on my A-line list? Have you ever seen me give you an A-line to the downside on a mega cap like I did Microsoft yesterday? Yes, to the downside. Yes, Jan. These are all A-lines. These are all A-lines to the downside. Matter of fact, when we get to my list, I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one of them, ticker symbol is Google. And yesterday was Microsoft. And this morning it's NVIDIA. So when I start talking about A-lines to the downside, and I'm talking about mega caps, how often have I done that before? I'm just curious. Since we've been here, have I ever done that before? Okay. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Remember, we're all watching the same movie. We're watching the same soap opera. It's called the Clyde and Roger show. And every day I show you the same thing. Have I ever showed you 40 or 50 A-line stocks that include 4 mega caps? First time that I remember too, Troy. So just want to kind of bring your attention to where we're at right now before you get too excited about the upside, okay? All right, let's talk about the economy now. By the way, we have Fed news we have a couple of reports in a few minutes. So far, the bond market is just doing nothing. A lot of volatility, but not a lot of movement, if you want to call it that. By the way, this is yesterday's close, so I'd like to see us get above here. And remember, stocks have a correlation of over 70% to the bond market right now. I know, Santiago. I know. Hey, Eagle Beagle. Not good. So let me give you another link. I have an income class at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Eastern time. Not 1, but 2. So an hour after my VIP room. Here's the link for my VIP room today. Folks, do you guys get this level of detail anywhere else? I'm just curious. Get some while it's still low. One tweet from Trump. Delete this nonsense. That's it. World free speech. Stop doing what you're doing. Okay. Stop doing what you're doing. I'm deleting you. So stop doing what you're doing. Okay. Only Kramer, right, right. Only Kramer. Let me give you the customer service live link too. Only Kramer, exactly. Uh, one second. Cam, you and I talk a lot. Let me get this thing here. I'm going to repost it, Cam, just so you know. And here's customer service live. No, Jays don't tell you when to buy something and you end up losing money. All right. All right. So let's see how these reports are doing. Anybody have data on the reports yet? Let's look at the bond market. The bond market so far is looking okay. Let's see if any of these numbers are out yet. Something is out. It would be great if these reports gave the bond market a boost. If the bond market went up right now, I'm just giving you the play by play. If the bond market went up right now above this level, if the bond market went above this level right here, what it would do for us would be take the pressure off the Dow a little bit. So I'm looking for the bond market to go up here. Okay, I'm just letting you know what I'm looking for. Let's see if any of the news is out yet. Not yet. I don't care. This number is nothing, jobless claim, unless it goes into the 300,000s. Okay, yeah, this is nothing. Look at that. Look at the actual number, 215,000. It's not even worth talking about. And then we got manufacturing index. Let's see what the range is. We'll see what these numbers are. But the bond, I'm not expecting a big reaction. So let's see if the bond market is doing something. Well, the bond market's moving higher. That's good. That's going to take some pressure off the Dow. Look, you can see it right here. Oh, not yet at least, but it should take some pressure off the Dow. It should move things up a little bit. But look at how the Dow has been moving down since 6 o'clock in the morning. Look at that. Just falling apart. So good. Look. Good. This is good for us. This is good for us. This is positive. This is very good. Look, we got a nice little move here in the bond market. This is great. Let's look at SPY. SPY's coming up a little bit. QQQ coming up a little bit. Not too much. But the bond market, this is great. This is good. This is very good. This is very good. At least the markets, at least we're responding a little bit. Uh, Mixed. Lower on the stats. Permits are okay. So annual rate is lower than expected, but permits are okay. Very mixed. Very mixed. Nothing crazy. This should cool off. Let's see if it's causing chips to go up. Nope. Let's see if it's causing the Dow to go up. Nope. A little bit. It's trying to, but not so much. No, no. But again, this is good. This is lower rates. This is very good. This is very good. So again, the data's okay. The data's not going to impact us too much. My concern is this US dollar. This US dollar is a really big problem. Yeah, Dow moving down is all because of the US earnings miss. I don't know about that, but it definitely has something to do with it. All right, let's remove him again. Kicked VWAP and decided to stay below. There you go. Housing is booming here in Texas, construction everywhere. That's great. That's great. Okay, so let's talk about all the little intricacies and then we'll get to the charts, okay? US President Trump said that there was a big progress in talks to secure a deal with Japan. What does big progress mean? Absolutely nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It doesn't mean anything good and it doesn't mean anything bad. It just means nothing. Boeing, UNH. UNH is what's moving it. Volume is going to be very light today, folks. Very light, but the bond market is moving very nicely. This is very nice. Very nice. Is the S&P moving? Yeah, see, there it goes. Finally, it's moving. It takes a little time. It usually drags a little bit, but there it goes. QQQ, yeah, there we go. Let's see if the Dow's moving. Even the Dow's moving. See? Hey, anything that's causing the bonds to go higher is good for me. Okay. All right, let's continue. So big progress. When Trump says beautiful, big progress, it just I want to hear what the progress is. Futures linked to the Nasdaq outperformed as U.S. chip stocks gained ground in pre-market as the world's biggest contract maker, Taiwan Semiconductor, reported better than expected earnings. This is driving chips today, in the opposite direction. What's the first thing I'm going to do when the market opens? What's the first thing I'm going to look at? I'm going to look to see if SMH is going to be able to regain some of the strength from weakness from yesterday, whether it's going to regain some of it or it's going to just plop it back down. I will be looking at semiconductors for the first 2 hours of the day, almost 60, 70% of the time. Okay. Yes, Sunny Kumar. Yes. Yes. Earnings report from Netflix is coming. They tried to boost their value the other day by saying they're going to be worth more than $1 billion. That means nothing. That in 5 years, that to me, that's a red flag that something is going to be bad with their earnings. Okay, that to me is like Elon Musk. Oh, earnings are bad. Hey, we're coming out with a cheap car next year. Do you have a name for this car? No. Do you have any data for this car? No. Do you have any description of this car? No, no. But we're going to make a new car next year. That the hell does that mean? That means exactly what this means. Big progress. Big progress. Yeah. Folks, I'm making big progress on my trades. I'm making big progress on my trades that I haven't put on yet. Okay. Okay. Uh, don't fall for the bullshit. Okay. Nvidia sank over 6%. It's going to be very hard for chips to get it up today with Nvidia sinking 6% yesterday. The trajectory is still low, still down. And the market went down quite a bit yesterday, as we all know, especially after after Powell told us nothing's going to change, which I already told you was going to happen. Nothing's going to change. They're not selling their H20 chip in China. JB Hunt slid more than 7%. Not good for transports, not good for natural logistic companies right now. Folks that transport natural materials, those are in the crapper right now. AMD also slumped 7%. When a stock loses 7% of its value and another stock has earnings the next day, I would be careful. I would be careful. Travelers, that's a defensive stock, rose a little bit. Hey, Penny, good to see you, Penny. After being surprised by care use from the Medicare Advantage customer, worse than expected first quarter. Yep. He would have to remember to give better than it'd be brutal. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Retail sales were a little better than expected, but industrial production weaker than expected. Let's see if the bond market is still holding on. Let me see here. Starting to cool off a little bit, but I like this. I like this. We went back into yesterday's price level. This is fantastic. This is really good. This is really good. This will spruce up the market before the opening. See, we're already down five. This will probably open down 400 if I had to guess. Open. Let's see what the Dow is right now. The Dow is down 500 right now. So it went up a little bit. And by the way, what pattern is the Dow in right now on the daily chart? I'll give you a clue. It starts with the letter A. It starts here. I'm going to put you in timeout, buddy, for 24 hours. There you go. You're in timeout now. World free speech, you're in timeout. Go give your free speech to somebody else. That's an A line. Thank you, Dr. Serena. That's an A line to the downside in the Dow. What about mega caps? If it breaks this area right here, as of right now, if it opens lower, it's an A line to the downside. Remember, this is pre-overnight data. If it opens right here, we got an A line. QQQ, if it opens right here, we have an A line. SMH, if we break the low of yesterday on any of the indices, we have a bona fide A line. And NVIDIA right now, NVIDIA is just here. And all it has to do is just come down and break this low, 4 points lower. Look at the trend in NVIDIA. All we have to do is go right here and we're in an A line. Again, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to be as factual with you guys as possible, okay? Where's my here's my thing here. All right. Chair Powell on Wednesday, the Grinch came out, said our obligation is to keep our long. Remember what I told you he's going to do? He's going to do F you if you think we're going to lower rates. We're not going to lower rates. He's going to stick it to Trump as hard as he can. Trump is making his job much more difficult. Our obligation is to keep long-term inflation expectations well anchored and to make certain that a one-side increase in price level does not become an ongoing inflation problem. He said, no hurry to cut interest rates. For the time being, we are well positioned. And I agree with him 100% to wait for greater clarity before considering any adjustments. Here's my question for you guys. Why didn't he say this when Trump got elected? Probably because he didn't know if Trump was lying or not about all the stuff he was going to do. Fed said that strong rationale for policymakers to keep interest rates steady until more clarity emerges on how tariffs and other policy changes will affect the U.S. economy. You know, I remember somebody sitting right here and telling you exactly this 4 months ago. Do you remember? I think that Fed should wait till there's more clarity on the tariffs right after Trump got elected. I remember that I was telling you exactly what this moron is telling you right now 4 months ago. That there's a strong rationale for the Fed to keep rates steady and not to take any action because we don't know what Trump is going to do with tariffs. Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that? This is exactly what I was telling you 4 months ago. Oh, don't worry, scuba diver Chris. Other people do. Do you guys remember me telling you the dumbest thing that the Fed could do is lower rates one time before Trump takes the White House and then one time after he took the White House? Yeah, people remember. I was telling you exactly this 4 months ago. 4 months ago. And so before he became president, I was like, well, but after he became president, this is exactly what I said to you guys. Yeah. See? Yep. 6 months. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, like more like 6 months ago. But I said this. This is what I was saying to you. So my question is, why are they saying this now? What changed in the last 3, 4 months? Nothing. Over and over again. This is exactly what I said. This is my words. There's a strong rationale for the Fed to not do anything because we don't know the impact of the tariffs. Tell me I did not say this to you 4 or 5 months ago. Just saying. Just saying. Let me give you guys links. Today at 2 o'clock, income class at 2 o'clock today. VIP room at noon. I'll be talking about the new triple screen. Maybe Kevin, time gets away from me. I'm really bad with time. I'm really bad. Trump did what he said. He did. He said exactly what he's going to do. He did that, and I thought he would too. A-line, an A-line is a very high probability swing trading pattern. Rodolfo, you don't have to delete it. You wrote a nice question. It's a high probability swing trading question pattern. Everybody gets hit. Yeah, right. Back then it was political, right? Now everybody gets hit, right? Miles, maybe. Powell didn't lie about that. CPI and PPI are lower. All right. All right. So let's just continue. So here's that link again, and then let me give you customer service live. I told you months ago it was going to happen. Months ago. Yes, I did, Rakesh. I did tell you it was going to be this crazy. I did. We now have a 0% chance of the interest rates going lower, and I can assure you they're not going lower. We have a lot of earnings, including Netflix, United, that one already came out, Schwab, DHI. I'm very curious about DHI because I do think we are in a risky situation with the housing market right now. All right. I remember it was right before the election. That's right. It was right before the election. And then after he got elected, so what really shocked me was this, and I'm just going to say this for those who don't remember. So we knew that the Fed wanted to lower rates, and we knew that Trump was winning the race. But so the Fed lowered rates right before the election, but that was okay because they didn't know what was coming. But the Fed actually lowered. Do you guys remember the last time the Fed lowered rates? It was after our president got elected. He said, please don't lower rates. I said, please don't lower rates. We're going to have a lot of tariff stuff happening right now. What did they do? They lowered rates. Why did I say they shouldn't lower rates? This was my reason. What are they saying 4 months later or 5 months later? Exactly what I told them. Don't even get me started. Jobless claims came out, absolutely nothing burger right there. Let's see how the bond market's doing. Bond market is holding on to most of the gains, by the way. Which is pretty good. This is yesterday. We want to be above this line right here. And we are so far. That's a bullish sign. Building permits, housing starts expected to come out today. They came out mixed. This is what I care about now. Notice Europe is down only 0.55. They're now down 3% or 4%. This is really good. This is anchoring us, okay? Wouldn't be accused of putting their thumb on their scale. Yep, that's right. That's right, Jeff. That's right. And one after, and you were saying, don't do it. I know. I was like, you guys are being crazy right now. He's telling you he's going to do all this tariff stuff. Why are you guys doing this? They did it anyway. Oh, he's sticking it to him hardcore. He's sticking to him big time. So I like the fact that Europe is not moving very much. Those 3% moves are over. Volatility is declining in the US. That's big. Even if it's going down, it's still lower volatility. This is good. Investors digested fresh corporate earnings, waited for their interest rate decision. Luxury stocks underperformed. Not good. Energy stocks gained ground. Defensive. Data from officials, Germany annual producers price unexpectedly fell in March. Most of you already know that Germany is the biggest economy in Europe. Investors are waiting for ECB's interest rate decision later in the session. They're expected to lower their rates by 1/4 basis point. We already know that. As U.S. tariffs continue to threat growth. That's right. China closed slightly higher. Notice nothing really crazy with the volatility. Yes, very easy to see when you're not political. Exactly, and I'm not political at all, okay? At all. I don't like politics. As a matter of fact, I hate politics. I can't stand politics. Property stocks outperformed on Thursday. Automobile stocks, that's not good. China's foreign ministry stated on Thursday that the country will disregard any shenanigans from the White House. What I'm concerned about most is the fact that global markets are not in a free fall, and global markets are actually stabilizing. To me, that's very, 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 very important. Folks, if you haven't, by the way, a few things. I'm about to get into stocks. If you're here, go to 1080p. You'll be able to see the charts much cleaner. I'm about to talk about charts. Switch your view quality to 1080p. It is the politics. And also, if you don't mind, how about a thumbs up right here? I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. Let's see how many we have right now. I'm only asking for thumbs up one time here, okay? One time. We have 178 and we have almost 600 people here. We're off by about 100 thumbs ups. All right. Let's continue. Japan closed higher today. That's very, very good. Reacting positively to the initial round of trade talk, which we have absolutely no idea how they will do. Heavy industry and energy stocks led the gains. That's defensive. Folks, keep in mind, even when markets are moving higher, the stocks that are moving higher, really higher, are defensive stocks. Gold stocks, silver stocks, insurance stocks, defense stocks. That's not the kind of stocks we want to see going up, okay? Yeah, Dr. Serena, people don't like what I have to say today. It is what it is. So, Taiwan semiconductors, chip stocks, everything is up. All the chip stocks are up. Chip stocks are going to be the big troublemaker today if they go down. That's what's causing the market to go up. The Dow's still down 500 points. We have a huge divergence right now, and the bond market is starting to kind of, you know, break down a little bit or just kind of hold on. I think by the open it'll cool off. But this is good. This is good. The fact that bonds are higher is positive for us. What I'm concerned about is the Dow Jones, but the S&P is holding on pretty well. Let's continue. Let's continue. United Healthcare plummeted 20%. Cut their guidance. The worst thing a company can do is cut their guidance. Intuit up 1%. Tax season. Alcoa, not good for basic material, not good for shippers. This is basic materials. This is not good. Probably will help our stock in the that we have in the pit right now. We have a basic material shipper. Can you imagine a basic material shipper in this uncertainty? A global shipper in this uncertainty. Well, that's why we have it short. All right. Yes, yes, yes. FXI still in the green. Apple moved to producers to India and Vietnam. Good, 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 good. So that's where we're at right now. Let's look at volatility. Volatility, folks, is still above 30. And when we tried to go below 30, we were rudely awakened. We are still in Hurricane 3. This is Hurricane 5. This is Hurricane 4. This is Hurricane 3. Hurricane 3 is a little bit better, but we start trading when we're well into Hurricane 2. We got to get below this level and stay below this level. Not seeing it as of yet. Not seeing it right now. Hopefully we'll go below 30 and stay below 30. Not seeing it at all. Silver, SLV, Pauline. SLV. Your best bet, SLV. Mega caps. How are mega caps looking? Let's look at this in real time. Look where mega caps are. They went up a little bit, 43.15. If we break on mega caps, if we start trading in this level right here, anywhere from 42.91 to below 42, if we're below 42, we have an A line on mega caps. And we don't even know if this how we're going to open yet. So as far as we're concerned, we have an A line. And if we continue, we have a confirmation of an A line, which puts mega caps below 42. And I hope you guys are writing this. And yeah, we do have some holiday trading today, so we may have lower volume. What about, so again, the level right here, see how I drew this line a few days ago, actually? Right here, 41.82. We want to break this low. If we break this low, it's kaput season. QQQ. We only recovered so far 25% of what we lost on the mega caps. What about NASDAQ? Look at this. See how we broke this trend line and how we're now below the A line, the 8-day EMA and the VWAP right here, the new start of the new quarter. So if we break this level right here, if we break 436.85, kaput season. My dogs are going wild again. That level's right here, 486 right here. Oh, my dogs are going nuts again. 437, 436. We don't want to be here. We want to go back up here. And I'm skeptical that we will. One good earnings report. We're only up, look, we're up 1%. We're only up a third of what we lost yesterday. Be very, very careful. Be very, very, very careful. What about the Dow? Let's look at the Dow. Blue chips, blue chips. Ouch. That's an A-line confirmation here. And if we break here, we would be adding to our exposure to the downside, actually. This is not good, folks. This is not good. This is not good for blue chips. Not good for chips. You called S&P bottom at 520. I did. I did. I did. By the way, folks, for those that who don't watch my Telegram, I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something. How valuable would this be for you to know? At 1:51 p.m., the next major support on the SPY is 520. at 344. Look at the low yesterday. 2 hours before the low yesterday. So it's nice to know what the low would be 2 hours in advance, wouldn't it? Right? Five 2029 at 344. Look at when the alert when I told you this at 159. 520 is the key level of support for SPY. We're currently at 524. Look what happened 2 hours later. $4,000 valuable. Very nice. Good, good. Some people don't watch the Telegram, William. What can I tell you? But I did tell you the bottom about 2 hours in advance yesterday. And I didn't even charge you for it. Okay. Just FYI, just a little commentary. So I don't like this right here. I don't like this at all. I would love to see us go back to the 400 area, but we're below 40,000. I'd love to see the Dow go above 40,000. I prefer to see it go above 40,200. Don't think we're going to see that today. I called it all right. Yep. Oh, Kirk too. What did you both, you and Richard made $4,000 on it yesterday. Good, good, good. Carlos, good for you. Good for you. All right. So I hope everybody sees that I'm not getting that excited about this bullishness. Now, something else I want to bring up to your attention. This is important, folks. Remember the other day, I was showing you this, and it's easy for folks who come here every day to internalize this because, again, I'm showing you the same thing every single day. Every single day. Good, Mike. Good. Oh, did you guys make money on the two trades we gave in the trading zone yesterday on the E-minis? And are you guys okay with the E-minis as we've been doing it in the trading zone? It just makes Matt's life 10 times easier, folks. Really, like 10 times easier. Let me know if that was if you're cool with all of the stuff we've been doing in the trading zone last few days. So let me know. Good, 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 good. Good. Good, 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 good. Let me know. Yeah, I love it. Love it. Love it. Let me know if you're good with the E-minis. And folks, I'm going to have an hour session on using the Alpha Zone Pro to trade E-minis in the trading zone next week. Next week, I'm going to have a 1 hour class. It's going to be a free class for everybody of how to use the Alpha Zone to trade the E-minis. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory, but I'll have it again. Yeah, most folks love the E-minis. Not trade the SPY because I'm waiting for approval. Next time. Alexander says I made 50,000 just yesterday to 2 weeks with total recklessness, random bets, trading, fortunately, on a demo account. Oy vey. Be careful with that, Alexander. Be careful. No, good. People are happy. Good, good, good. So remember let me go back to the time back machine. Let's go back 2 days ago. See, remember we saw technology, semiconductors, Bitcoin, and Invesco QQQ here? And I was very nervous because consumer discretionary and communication were still here. And I told you that it's going to be very hard to stay bullish here with these two sectors, right? Being here. And I said one of two things is going to happen. Folks, I'm going back 2 days. I'm just showing you this is a time back machine. This is not today. This is a time back machine, okay? Just FYI. So I said one is going to give either these two are going to move here or these are going to move down. So, and I warned you that was going to happen 2 days ago. So today, let's look at it today. Do you see any of those up here anymore? What happened? All the stuff that was up here came down. Good, good, Kevin, good. So I'm going to say this again. Carlos, I have been a financial blessing to this choppy market. Love AZP. Good, 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 good. I'm so happy to hear that. Matt will be very happy. He's working very hard, very, very hard on that program. Very, very hard. Very hard. So he'll be happy to hear that. It's just with option liquidity, volatility and liquidity right now, it's just hard to do it with options right now, but not with E-minis. Here, let me post this. This is good. This is good. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. 1 second. Good. All right. Don't be reckless, Alexander. Don't be reckless. Okay. So remember, again, let me go back 2 days. Monday, April 14th, we saw that not all tech stuff was up here. We said that communication and consumer discretionary were down here. And I told you one of two things is going to happen. Either these two sectors are going to start coming up, or all of this is going to start coming down. Let's look at it today. Where are chips today? Do you see how chips are next to consumer discretionary? Do you see how technology and communication services are down here? By the way, I said that to you here 2 days ago. Do you guys remember? And I said it to you yesterday as well. I said to you yesterday, I said communication services and consumer discretionary are either going to come up here or all of this is going to come down here. Do you guys remember? It was only 24 hours ago. It was only yesterday. You can watch the replay. Now look at it today. Semiconductor, consumer discretionary, technology, QQQ. You see where technology is now? And do you see what's leading? Except for Bitcoin, which is on its own right now. Defensive. Everything here is defensive. By the way, I did say that yesterday. I did say that yesterday, and I said that the day before. Richard says TradeStation requires 25 for IRA accounts to trade futures, regardless of what would be doing. You need to find another. Richard, listen to me, my friend. ampfutures.com, ninjatrader.com. There's your solution, Richard. Folks, for all of you with Fidelity or talking about all this stuff, I just gave you two companies that you could, and you can also do it with Interactive Broker if you're outside of US. Yeah, HG is keeping its place, but everything else is down. So I would be very, very skeptical right now. So let me put everything together for you, okay? Because I got to get out of here and I want to give you stocks. So let me put it together, everything for you together. Right now, we have huge divergence between chips and blue chips. Yesterday, chips saw one of the weakest days of the year. NVIDIA and all of these stocks are on my shit list. Excuse my French. I'll be blunt with you, okay? It is, Jeff, but it also makes sense because it has less volatility and it has less semiconductors. Remember, it has the technology, but it doesn't have the semiconductors. And semiconductors is what gave up the ghost yesterday. I'm very skeptical that this rally in semiconductors is going to be meaningful because semiconductors lost so much yesterday. And the news about NVIDIA and AMD yesterday, I believe, outweighs the negative news, the positive news on the chip stocks that came out today. Also, we are still below this trend line on semiconducters, and we're just here. All we are is just on the upper end of where we were yesterday. We're still below the 8-day EMA, and we're still below the VWAP, the anchored VWAP. Point is, if chips give up today, we're going to look a lot more like the rest of the market. Okay? We're going to look like the rest of the market. Ivan, you could do it in Schwab, but the commission's a little more, and the margin is about 4 times as much. But you could do it. You could do it with most stockbrokers, except Fidelity. Just more margin. I suggest for people, start doing them with your Thinkorswim. See if you like it, and then just open up an account with Amp Futures or Fidelity, or with NinjaTrader or TradeStation, or with Interactive Brokers, or with. And if none of those are good enough for you, let me know, and I'll give you another 100 brokers, futures brokerage. You know, I used to run a futures brokerage 25 years ago. Silver's dumping. Yes. So do we have a lot of stocks breaking up to the upside? By the way, this is a fantastic session. I got to get to work right now, but this has been a fantastic session. We still don't have huge momentum to the downside. We have no momentum to the upside. I'm dying to buy a stock right now. I had one stock in the entire universe. I had one stock yesterday, and I gave it that I loved. I had one stock to the long side that I loved, and I gave it to you guys in Stealth Surge. And it wasn't even a seasonality trade. It was just a bonus trade because I felt so bad. So Just in case. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you. Sign up for Ninja, and I'm learning. Good, 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 good. By the way, all of you guys who just signed up with Ninja Trader, you can integrate Ninja Trader with TradingView, so you can actually execute trades on TradingView and have it go into your Ninja Trader account. That way, you could use TradingView. You can use AlphaZone Pro on your TradingView, and then execute that and have it go into your account. Just FYI. I'm very cautious. I'm going to be looking at chip stocks very, very, very closely today. Look at what the QQQ is doing right now. Look at what the QQQ is doing right now. Look at what SMH is doing right now. Gapped up. Look what it's doing right now. If SMH, folks, trades, you need to write this down, folks. If SMH trades below 195.55, if SMH trades below hold on a second. 195.55, if SMH trades below 195.55, we are going back down. Okay? I haven't looked at them in years, Daniel. Okay? People are very happy with Ninja and AMP futures. That's all I'm going to tell you. Very, very happy. I've never heard one complaint. I know a lot of professional traders who make their living using AMP futures and Ninja Trader, including Richard. All right. So, folks, please be careful. If we break this low, the 195.55 low, which is the low overnight low, which happened at a little over 7 a.m., we're going to go down. The next level is 188. The two levels you need to pay attention to right now on SMH are 195.55 and 188.53. Please, 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 please keep an eye on those levels. Keep your eye on SMH today and whether the broad market is starting to shift into what the Dow's doing or whether we're shifting into what RSP is doing. RSP is the leader today. SMH is the laggard today. Okay? All right, folks, let me give you stocks that I'm looking at right now, okay? I'll give you the long side first because there's so few of them, okay? And I'm not going to give you here the one I gave you in Stealth Surge because that's a premium stock. Northrop Grumman. Mia, you're not comfortable, are you, Mia? She's been trying to make herself comfortable. She's laying on a keyboard box that's about 8 inches wide by about like a box like this. She's laying vertically on it. It's the funniest thing. This FMX stock is moving up. Philip Morris. So you got a cigarette company, a defense company, and a company that has nothing to do with America. Those are my three long stocks. If that doesn't tell you everything, then I don't know what will. Okay. So I'm just trying to, they all do. They all integrate with TradingView, which is why I made it for TradingView. All right. Those are the three bullish stocks. Now let me give you the bearish stocks. Now, folks, I have a lot of A lines to the downside right now. I'm going to be late for work today. Folks, I'm going to be giving you my first update today a few minutes later because I'm going to be late for work. I'm just giving you a heads up. MGM. Han. Is this helpful to you guys? Is this helpful to you guys? Tell me, is this helpful to you guys? All of these will be A lines as soon as they break yesterday's low. Honeywell, Google, they have to break yesterday's low first. They all have to break yesterday's low first, okay? Watch, everybody hears everything I'm saying except for that. Oh, we did really good on the spread yesterday. We made like 40% on the spread in the pit yesterday. This one looks like it's a good A line already. See, it already broke yesterday's low. Home Depot. When you have Google, Home Depot, and MGM on your A-line list to the downside, that is not a good sign. Good, 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 good. Oh, good, 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 good. Tiago, gold, I would be holding gold if I already have it, but I wouldn't be buying it at these levels. I would wait for it to go to the A line. Here, let me show you. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. I wouldn't be buying gold here. I would wait for it to get back here. But if I wouldn't be selling it. I would be like mildly liquidating my long position or just holding on or maybe liquidating it with the intent of getting back in around here, a little lower. Okay. Let me continue. Merck to the downside. A lot of stocks to the downside. A lot of stocks to the downside. A lot. Builder, not a good sign. Builder, you want all of these to break yesterday's low. Otherwise, none of them are good, okay? And a lot of them, most of them are going to be higher than yesterday's low. You do not want those. You want the ones that are lower than yesterday's low. Zeta, OGN. Here's a stock that the first time I'm ever giving you this stock, guys. How many times has this been on our list? Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. Jack in the Box. Boot. Uh, Shoe stores are doing awful right now. Just awful. Every shoe store is just awful. FND. This is a store that impacts when home sales are bad. Floor and Decor Holdings. FND. KNX. Transport stocks. Transport stocks, especially those that transport basic materials, like the stock we have in our pit. Ouch. A lot of uncertainty right now. And KMX and KNX. So we got KMX and KNX. Just want to make sure you guys don't confuse them. KN as in Nancy X and K as in Mary X. KMX and KNX. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Let me give you the links one last time. This is going to be for my class at 2 p.m. today. This is going to be for my class at noon today. I will have a very, very cool session today where I'll be talking about AlphaZone Pro and the triple screen and the impact of using multiple time frames in the VIP room today. Have a happy Easter, everybody. And let me give you a link to Customer Service Live. Gustavo and Cam, I hope you guys have the best holiday ever. Okay? The best holiday ever. I'll see you guys later. If you have a question, roger@rogerscott.com. Please, no customer service or installation questions. I suck at that. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I'm going to be really late for work today. Bye, everyone. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Keep your eye on chips. No monkey business to the downside until we